Hello and welcome. If you're a teacher and you have seen my new range of primary school books, that's great. What I'm going to do in this video is just do a page through. I've had a few requests of people wanting to see the book. So this is a video where I'm going to show you what the book looks like inside, and then you can decide whether this book is a good fit for you and your classroom and for your school. I've worked really hard on this and I'm really proud of this product. This is the grade 4 one. This is what the cover looks like. Okay, so there's a place there where they can write their name, which is very useful. So just going into the contents, I've just opened up the Word document here. So here's the content page. So what I've done here is I've done lots of little comprehension tests that are short and manageable, non-threatening, and it really takes the grade 4 learners level into account. So there's a wide variety of topics, as you can see, things that they might find interesting. And then I go over to the grammar, and all the grammar rules are separate. So I don't like to mix everything in the book. Some study guides have a little bit of validiteit, then a comprehension, and then they jump to negative, and then it's this rule and that rule. I like to keep things separate so that you can, as a teacher, can go and plan and say we're doing section 3 and 4 in term 1, and we're doing these 3 comprehensions, and we're doing a letter, so that you can plan your year that way. So you're gonna jump around in the book through the year. It's not a term by term planner. The planning is up to you, so that gives you a lot of freedom to do what suits your school and your classroom. So this is what the little comprehensions look like. For example, ons klas gaan fliek. You'll see it's double spaced, and then some of the words are highlighted, and those are the words that pop up again at the end here of the little comprehension in the box, so that they can go and learn those words, maybe for a spelling test or whatever purpose you can come up with as a teacher. Then there's 4 questions, nice and easy. So this might take you a half a lesson or even a whole lesson, depending on the strength of your class. Okay, so that's, you can see by the language, it's kind of on that grade 4 level, and the book keeps going like that. So here's another one, belangrike mense. That's the whole comprehension. Okay, non-threatening. There's a memo obviously available for this that I can email to you when you work in class and work through the book. At the bottom, again, you find those highlighted words, those bold words that are pulled out of the text into a little box. And for each of the comprehensions, I try to put in a beautiful little picture. It's high resolution, so it's really going to print nicely and crisply. If you've seen the books, you'll know what I'm talking about. There's another one, my nuwe video speletjie, nice and short, 1 page, 1 comprehension per page, nice and clean and crispy and colorful. There's one about the Sharks game. There's Pret by die Dam. There's ons nuwe troeteldiere. Look at that adorable animal. And then Somersaande, this is a little story of boys catching fireflies and putting it in a bottle to light up their campsite. And it keeps going. There it is, a kaiki, apples. So a wide variety of topics, and they're going to be exposed to a wide variety of vocab. In the books to come later, the comprehensions will be divided into themes. But for now, it's like this. It's short. It's on a wide variety of topics. Okay, that's a beautiful one. There's one about the beach. So it does start introducing the common themes that we see in later grades. There's the doctor, no doubt a common theme. Die winkelcentrum, a common theme. Die maan, just a really interesting text. Yeah, they're camping at the dam. There's one about the library. There's one about clouds. Okay, so you can really see there's the thief. Okay, so I got that little cute picture of a cat stealing things there. Cat burglar. Oupa se braaihoender, by the braai. There's the Voltaire. That becomes a bigger theme in later books, grade 6 and 7. It pops up again. Tian se skool, that introduces the school theme. Picnic, bullies. Okay, so it's things, the police, things we will definitely see in later grades. It does lay kind of a nice little foundation for them in grade 4. besoedeling, milk. Where does it come from? These say sooner. Okay, very short, colorful answers you write in the box, vocab at the bottom. They will not get tired of this. The teachers who use these books say it works really nicely in the classroom. It doesn't intimidate or make the kids anxious. Also, parents at home can help with the comprehensions. It's accessible to parents as well. And obviously you can make the memo available on your class group, so that when kids do their homework at home, that the parents can also access the memo and help them if that's what you know. Then there's a big list of necessary vocab, okay, based on different themes. I put a whole lot of these sort of activities in the book as well, wherever there was space. For example, my liggaam, here they have it's a word search. So sometimes you do get those strong kids, they just fly through the comprehension and they finish it in like 12 minutes, and then they say, ma'am, meneer, wat moet ek nou doen? What must I do now? You send them to one of these activities. That'll take them a while, that'll occupy them a little bit, so that they don't sit there and talk and do nothing. Okay. Here they have to write in the Afrikaans word. You can get them going with a dictionary or with a device if you like that. Valuable vocab that will stand them in good stead in the grades to come. Here that you can teach them how to tell the time. This is now moving. That's a long list of vocab. Right, there's some punctuation. And now we're going to the real grammar rules, the klanke. We start them with that. And the method I use is to put the rule in a block, put some examples in the block. Underneath, there's a little exercise that they then can do. So everything is staged together. You don't have to photocopy anything. You don't have to staple anything. Nothing goes in a file. Everything is in one place, and they can keep referring back to it. Okay, there's the klanke. Byvoeglike naamwoorde. This is a difficult section to teach, as we know. I think this method works really, really well according to teachers. There's another word search for the kids who go fast and want something more to do. Here's type van vergelijking. So this is grade 4, right? So I try to keep it really, really basic and easy, and just get through the rules in the best possible way, and then do a few exercises. Not a lot. This is only grade 4. Meervoud, a little taste of meervoud, okay, with the rules and some exercises that they can just write in. This is not intimidating at all. They will do fine with this. For kleinwoorde, again, only grade 4. So just a gentle introduction into verkleinwoorde. Woordorde, of course, becomes very important. Stompie. This method that I use has been tested. It works really well. It really goes subject, starts with the subject. Here they just have to underline the subject, identify the subject. So it's step by step. It scaffolds them beautifully into grade 5. It looks like a lot, but they don't actually have to do too much here. Here they can just write the sentences. And obviously word order is quite important. It's something that remains important until grade 12. Okay. And then going there's some mixed exercises. So that's the pattern I follow. It's the rule. You test the individual rules, and then at the end there's always a mixed exercise to see if they grasped that section. Here's some another activity, coloring in. Okay, they're still babies. Some of them might like to just color in when they finish their work. Nothing wrong with that. I don't think that's an idea I got from a teacher, to put that in. Voegwoorde, conjunctions. Okay, on a grade 4 level, rule 1 explained. You practice rule 1. Then rule 2. Then you practice rule 2. Then rule 3. Then you practice rule 3. And then we move on to a mixed exercise at the end. All my books follow that pattern. It really, really works well for a first additional language speaker. There's a little blokkies raaisel for the kids who work fast. Then the negative, again, rule 1, statements. There's the rule, examples, and then you just practice rule 1 until you get it. If you finish fast, you do the word search. Then it's rule 2. You only practice rule 2. Write it in your book. You mark it. Rule 4 and 5. Okay. And then you can color in, if you, again, felicitate, rule in the block. Then we only practice the first rule, okay, until they get it. Then we introduce the second rule, and we only practice the second rule. And then when we get to the end of the chapter, there is obviously a mixed exercise. I'm just going to go faster here because I think we get the point. If it wants to go. There we go. And it covers everything that they need to know in grade 4. There's besit-like or persoonlike voornaamwoorde. Really nice way of doing that. Some exercises. It is difficult for a grade 4 learner. They can color in again, intensieve forme. And that gets you to about the end of the book. There's some more activities at the end, Voorsetsels, etc. So that's what the books look like inside. If you'd like to order just 1 or 2 copies, please go to Takealot. If you want to order for your class, please speak to me. Give it a try. Just all I can ask is give it a try and see if it works in class. And I promise you, you might just be quite pleasantly surprised. That's the grade 4 book. Contact me directly at admin@madesimplerange.com, or you can just phone me or WhatsApp me. You're more than welcome. 0832872427, and then we can get your book sorted for next year. Thank you so much.